This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and today let's go ahead and do an update on some crowdfunding stuff. First off, we have the Snow C.A.T. By some miracle of chance, we actually got 16,437 backers. At 4 hours left, roughly, I think it was, there were 300 to go. And it really did jump up. Whether that is some of those international orders they're talking about that they hadn't put in yet, or if that many people just decided to go for it. Couldn't tell you, just that we ended up unlocking all of the tiers, which is great. So we will be getting Lady J, although that one did unlock a while ago, the Biowack Battle Station, and of course, Flint. And honestly, this would have been such a weird set of things to have without Flint, since he comes with most of the stuff for cooking. That being said, I think, was it Mega J Ratto who had the Free the Wieners popping up one of his videos? To try to get people to back to get Flint and the 2 hot dogs for the cooking on the grill. The Snow C.A.T. fully funded, everything unlocked. So we're there. Of course, this is going to be forever before we get it, just like with all the other ones. I don't know what they said the expected delivery date is offhand, but it's generally been about a year, all of them, hasn't it? Now, of course, this isn't the only crowdfunding thing that yesterday was a big day for. We also have the Snake Lair. Now, the Snake Lair was not ending yesterday, but yesterday was the day that they closed off on the early backer gift. Now, this is going to be interesting because earlier today when I was looking, this was at 97% and the early backer window has closed. So I'm honestly surprised that it went up another percentage today, but it did. And the question is, we need, 111 more backers to unlock this, and then another 2,000 in order to get pre-snake face there. And the question is if we'll actually get that or not. I guess in 12 days we will most likely get all the backers for this to do the main unlock. I don't see that not happening. The real question is going to be is, will Mattel go ahead and backtrack on their early backer gift for this one like they did with the Eternian playset? Of course, in the case of that one, that was mostly just, I think, just to get done, period. Where this one will probably hit its final target. Although I am thinking that this is going to be kind of a slow process at this point because the early backer gift is closed. So there's not really an incentive for people to back this as much as there was previously, because anybody who backs it at this point is not going to get the Lady Slither figure. And a lot of people are going to want that. So my question to all of you who are still listening to this is, do you think it will fully finish backing? How much longer do you think it would take if it does? Like, do you think it'll finish in like a day, 2 days, a week? Will it be a last minute thing? And the best question of all, do you think that somehow Mattel will backtrack on the early backer gift? Now, previously with the Eternian playset and the King Grayskull one, they had talked about if it had made it all the way to the final, that they would have done something extra for the early backers, since they were giving King Grayskull to everybody. Do you think maybe they'll come up with something like that, like another backer item that could be picked up if they make it to the end? But I do know that if they do go ahead and open up and decide to give the Skeletal Lady Slither to everybody at this point, people are not going to trust them in the future for any other play sets or items that they decide they want to make and claim an early backer gift. Although I suppose, you could throw in a couple of moat monsters in different colors. That would probably get people backing. Surprisingly, I bet you that would get a lot of people backing this. Anyway, like I said, just let me know what you guys think. Are you surprised that the Snow C.A.T. made it up to Flint? How long do you think that this is going to take to actually finish fully funding for the first tier? And do you think it'll make the last tier, or the second tier, I guess, in this case? And do you think that Lady Slither will end up being offered to everybody just to get more people to back? And if that does happen, what do you think they should do for the early backers? I guess the simple thing would be early backers get a Lady Slither in the package, and everybody gets a Lady Slither just in the playset itself, you know what I mean? Just a loose figure in a plastic bag like the sorceress that came with Castle Grayskull originally. That would be one solution if they decided to do that. Could even do kind of a somewhat of a repaint of her too, I guess. But those are just my thoughts here. And I'm just kind of glad to be able to report that the Snow C.A.T. got all of its backers, and this one has jumped up pretty high now. I just kind of wonder if this will be the plateau. But if you enjoyed this information, please feel free to leave a like. And if you want to hear more of my nonsense in the future, you can subscribe. As always, I thank you for watching. Peace and love.